And hello, good evening, good day, wherever you may be. I'm Cassandra Joan Butler, Agent 56 with the CIA and Cosmic Intelligence Agency. We had a wonderful opening to our Cosmic Renaissance today with the wonderful Julia. And I'm so excited to be a part of that. It's for all of us, even if you can't make it, it's please consider checking out the offerings at the CIA. Consider membership. It's a wonderful, amazing organization that's been here on the planet serving so many of us with the language of astrology, which really is the most amazing reminder that everything is connected. Truly, truly. So tonight or today, wherever you may be on the planet, please let me know where you're coming in from. Would love to know. I'm going to go to the comments section. Hi. Hello, Kathleen. Good evening. Oh, good. Facebook use. Yes, it was awesome. The Cosmic Renaissance. Hi, Ripple. And I understand. Yay, Ripple. Now you have a better understanding of your chart. It was great to see you at the conference. Hello, Eugenia and Monica. And yes, oh, thank you for that. Hi, Vesta. Hello from Melbourne, Australia. Let us know where you're coming in from. And no, it was a wonderful thing. I was in the conference the first day tonight, earlier, 3 hours earlier. Can you tell I'm juggling a lot? And Julie was giving such an amazing information about the history of Jupiter, Neptune conjunctions, and how that's going to be so relevant to all of us, friends, in the next 14 years. So always consider, circle that date. It's not one and done. Every cycle in astrology is a beginning point and then unfolds, just like a seed. So seed your Pisces in a new way after April 12th, friends, because we have some beautiful, I want to call it the silver lining in a very difficult world that we're all experiencing. And one of the beautiful things about Pisces, always remember this, it is the quintessential water element. And water is our primary element of each and every one of us, right? We're mostly water. So enough of that. Let's talk about the here and now, right? So we're in the balsamic phase of the Pisces cycle. Balsamic, friends, is the time to let go, let God, let go, let Creator, and just kind of let go, surrender, because we're in prep time for the new moon that takes place at 2:23. Now that's Eastern Daylight Time, so make the adjustments wherever you may be. And this new moon in Aries is a fiery one, of course, because Aries is fire, but it's a starting time. It's almost like another new year, right? Let's like celebrate another new year with the conjunction of the moon and sun. And anytime we have a sun moon conjunction, a new moon, it's as if consciousness and unconsciousness come together in a focal way to laser focus and intention. So keep that in the back of your mind as Friday and Saturday unfold wherever you are on the planet. Maybe do a little fire ritual, light a candle, sing happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, the new part of yourself that's coming alive during the Aries new moon, whatever that might mean to you. I'm going to make a couple comments too about where we're at right now and the letting go and the qualities of this balsamic period. And to do that, I'm going to add my slides. So yes, it does rock. Gatsville, hi Lynn, hi from New Hampshire, Pluntic. You're very welcome, Ripple. Good morning and greetings from New York. Hello, Darla. All right, going to add this to the stream. Might become smaller. And so remember this, rest, release, meditate, pray, be gentle with yourself. Balsamic is the dark time of the month, right? And then the light returns with the new moon, inch by inch. It's like a Johnny Appleseed time of the month when we're planting our seeds, but we're also getting rid of our seeds, getting rid of disappointment, allowing ourselves the the luxury of forgiving ourselves, right? Forgiveness to others always starts with forgiveness of self. We're not perfect ever. Anytime you reach a state of perfection, it's going to change. So that's one of the lessons of balsamic: forgiveness and letting go. This is the balsamic chart, and what I found so interesting about this chart, and then what we're going to talk about next, is that the moon in Aquarius and balsamic was conjunct Mars. So there's a feistiness about this quiet time. We might be fighting ourselves just to relax and release, or we might be a little bit more on edge or a little bit more anxious, because after all, Aquarius does rule kind of like the world nervous system. If Gemini is our own personal nervous system, Aquarius can be more the world anxiety. We, of course, have been on edge considering the many calamities and horrors of war. And I understand there's a great deal of flooding that's going on in Australia, all across the planet. There's a lot of incidents which some of us might not be up close and personal with, but still affects each of us, right? So there's that Mars tension in this balsamic phase, but next to the Mars, of course, is Venus, Saturn, and also Juno. So what is that message? The letting go and releasing and thought forms concerning who is our partner, who is our BFF, who is our like-minded friend, who is our spouse. So there's an element here about marriage with regards to this balsamic phase. So my friends, of course, we're going to just a light conversation about what happened at the Oscars. Of course, the real question I have for you, were you watching the slap that was heard around the world in real time? In other words, as I will go on to the next couple of slides, the Oscars have lost and have plummeted in their viewership a great deal over the past 20 years. Last year's was the lowest ever in terms of viewership. I mean, I think the majority of us still love the magic and mystery of a movie. That's very Piscean, of course. But it's kind of interesting. The Oscars are taking place during the Piscean bigger cycle. But these two gentlemen, Will Smith and Chris Rock, have something in common. I know it's small, but I'm just going to point out or pluck out some of the bigger points of their charts. Mr. Smith was born under an eclipse. He's a Libra. However, his north node was being activated by the sun. His north node is in Aries. So you can make an argument that one of the stories of his life is to become authentic and to be courageous and to be spontaneous and brave like an Aries. And sure enough, the sun was within a couple of degrees of that north node. And yet, Chris Rock has an Aries moon. Remember what the theme of balsamic is: moon conjunct Mars. So that these two gentlemen have a great deal of Martian signature in their charts. All right, so case in point. My goodness, the Oscars TV audience falls to all-time low. Now, this is from 2018, and in 2021, I think that was the lowest viewership. But you can see the jig-jag. Movies are not quite as upfront because there's so many different qualities. There's so much to consume in cinema and video. So it's not just one and done. We don't just have Hollywood. We have all sorts of independent movies and so forth. So there's been a lot of disjointed relevancy with the Oscars itself. So to that point, I just wanted to remind you of the words that Will Smith said right when, I'm sorry, you know what the words he said, it's not unmentionable, right? It was all bleeped out. But Chris Rock, after the slap, said, "That was the greatest night in the history of television," he stated. He was right away in this detachment mode and making reference to friends, you can't miss the Oscars because you might have another great moment. So, see, I used to work in media for like 5 minutes. And one of the revelatory moments of my life was when I was interviewing, we're going back a couple of years, the great controversial guru of the 60s, Timothy Leary, and Morton Downey Jr. Morton Downey, I mean, you might not even remember that name, Morton Downey Jr. I think most people know who Timothy Leary is, but they were on stage at a local college in Buffalo, New York, and they were doing this display of antagonism. They were really going at it. Leary was playing the role of the lefty, and Morton Downey was playing the role of the conservative righty. And they were debating each other and screaming at each other, and they almost actually came to blows. And I was a very green, young reporter, and I went backstage and interviewed them both. By the way, this is my one claim to fame here. Timothy Leary loved, I should say, astrology. I told him I did astrology, even though I had my microphone. I was this budding reporter. Of course, I went into astrology. After that point, he said, "Oh, no, astrology is real." And to quote Timothy Leary, he said, "Yes, sometimes I can be a Pisces and I get all dreamy and weird. And sometimes I'm an Aries and I get really angry." I thought, wow, this guy really understands the archetypal nature of astrology. But what I didn't understand from them until that night, that all the world is a stage. And they indeed were staging this big antagonism that night. And it was just fascinating to me. So since we are now living under this illusionary period of Pisces and we're coming up to the great conjunction, please be aware, always trust your instincts about things, friends. All right. That's the lesson of Pisces. Smoke and mirrors don't always resemble reality. All right. So our next slide is this beautiful new moon taking place, as I said, at 2:23 Eastern Standard Time on April 1st. So some qualities about the new moon include kind of like what I'm talking about here, right? The new moon is going to be squaring exactly Black Moon Lilith. So it's going to give us another perspective about the nefarious quality of things that are under our radar, that which is beneath the surface, because that's where Black Moon Lilith lives, right? She's on the fringe. Sometimes she's angry. Sometimes she's rageful. But Black Moon Lilith is this amazing energy that says, I don't fit into the garden. I don't fit into the mainstream. So sometimes I have more power when I'm on the fringe. So this square between the new moon and Black Moon is going to give us a sense of perhaps cognitive dissonance. And I'm not saying just about the Oscars, but in any area of our lives, we're going to have some reflection that's going on that might be a little startling within. We also have Hygeia opposite Uranus. So that is an ongoing theme, looking at different ways, alternative ways to be in our medical, health-oriented appropriation. In other words, try different means of healing ourselves. And then speaking of healing, the new moon is so close to Chiron. This is a healing moment, new moon, friends. So identify where you find the areas in your chart. And it makes me think back in 2020, when we had the new moon also, right when the pandemic began officially, we had a lot of new moon chironic energy at that time. So this new moon kind of mirrors the 2020 new moon in Aries. The new moon's Sabian symbol is quite astonishing, I think, because when you interpret a flock of wild geese, the underpinnings from Mark Emmon Jones is that this is the cosmic order of things. This new moon is reminding us that, the birds weren't trained to come back to their location every year, right? There's an instinct, there's a cosmic order about the animal kingdom. And when the geese fly, they fly in a V formation and they have rotating rulers. Whoever is the head of the pack, they rotate, they take turns. How do they do that? How do they communicate that? So I find this new moon very hopeful, especially regarding what's happening in the Ukraine. especially regarding all of our fears and anxieties with that lineup of Aquarius energy. And it's been said this Sabian symbol is something of a democratic symbol because the geese take turns. They're working collaboratively, working in teams. So this also represents, of course, the natural order of things, and things always change. And no matter what's happening in your life, they too will change. This too shall change. All right. So those are our slides. Okay. Thank you for that comment, Lisa. They communicate through their uncalcified pineal gland, because a lot of times our modern day pineal glands are calcified, right? Okay, your natal ascendant is 23 Pisces. Really? Very nice. You're going to get a big, wonderful wallop from that wonderful conjunction that's taking place in a couple of weeks. Our third eye. Okay, thank you for that. So the great interpretation. The wild geese are helping us to remind us with this new moon that we have more sightedness than one meets the eye, these eyes, right? We have so much to learn indeed from all the animals for sure. Okay. Yes, that's so interesting. The bid dump, really, Ripple, is going to be released on April 1st. Thank you for that information, Ripple. I did not know that. Good evening, April. All right. Okay. Huh. I like that. April Fools were revealed like none has ever seen. Okay. Ripple, I think that I thank you for your comments. All rigs I've never bothered to watch, right? Yeah, I mean, we have to very much rely very much on our own pineal gland, uncalcified or not, right? And that's that's my contribution to the cosmic renaissance: how to release and relax and connect with our inner Pisces. Hello, friends. Thank you, all of you. Hi, Linnell. Hi, JP. Okay, very, very good. Thank you for coming in tonight. All right, big hugs to you all. Let us now do a quick, well, not that quick, just a little bit of a Reader's Digest version of where this new moon might be falling. If you're new to astrology, you'll find this helpful. If you know your astrology chart, it still might be helpful because solar astrology still has a kernel of truth. But if you know your rising sign, please use that, right? And I know I'm talking to CIA people whom many of you have been studying as long as I have and who are, accomplished astrologers, but it's kind of fun sometimes just to look at the solar stuff. If you're Aries or Aries rising, happy second birthday. The new moon is a time for you to assert yourself in a new way, to acknowledge your leadership abilities, your instincts, and your ability to be real, to authentic for you Aries people, and having more confidence as well. Aries is one of the confidence signs, but with the new moon, you kind of riv that up a few notches. With Taurus or Taurus rising, the new moon is sitting in what we call your house of reflection. So spend some time in retreat, in reflection, in prayer and meditation. You might feel a little bit more lower in the physical, but higher and more open in the psychic or the spiritual. For you Geminis or Gemini rising, this energy is actually activating anything having to do with friends, groups, and associations. So you might be wanting to get, reignite your social life. Spend some time reaching out to people that maybe you lost touch with. Gemini, and you may also want to identify some of your hopes and dreams with this new moon. For Cancer or Cancer rising, the energy is reminding you to take a leadership role, whether that be in your career, whether that be in your life, your community service life, to do what you want to do in the outer realms of life, to be more of a leader and more confidence in taking those leadership roles. For Leo or Leo rising, this particular energy is helping you speak your truth, to teach, to travel, to be authentic and spontaneous in marketing yourself and being confident in your ideas. For Virgo or Virgo rising, this energy is activating your self-empowerment house. It's helping you identify what makes you strong, whether that be spiritual, psychological, or perhaps even financial, how to shore yourself up, how to become more healed, and how to become a lot more strong within your skill set. With Libra or Libra rising, it's all about the partner. This new moon is all about your partner, becoming a better partner, finding a new partner, or if you have an existing partner, really being grateful, Libra, for the people in your life who are your BFFs. Scorpio or Scorpio rising, this is all about you taking care of yourself. The new moon in Aries is your time to shine with regards to anything regarding self-care, diet, nutrition, exercise, movement. Reignite the ways that make you healthier. For Sagittarius or Sagittarius rising, this energy is asking you to play more, to be a little bit more frivolous, to tap into your inner child, to be that person that you can just invite more joy in your life. For Capricorn or Capricorn rising, the energy is asking you to take a look at around your environment, your home. Maybe do some deep spring cleaning, some fall cleaning. Take a look at your family relationships, anything along those lines to empower your home and your sense of psychological home. For Aquarius or Aquarius rising, I know we have so much energy in Aquarius right now with the new moon is asking you to take stock of your time, to reinvent your schedule, to organize things, to reinvent what you're using in terms of your skills and your communication, your writing, and organizing. This is a great time to take some initiative in those directions. Pisces or Pisces rising, the energy is asking you to take care of your self-worth and your income. You might be making a nice list or so about what ways you want to improve your overall financial health. All right, so there we go. And we are now going to shift gears. I want to shift gears. Hopefully you will shift gears as well. And I'm going to do my techniques that I do to tap into more of a intuitive part of my soul and give you guys some spiritual messages. All right. All right. Ripples asked a question to give some insight on how to energize water. Ionizing water, the dead water we get from city taps. I'm not the water expert, Ripple, but on Sunday night when I'm teaching, I'm going to be doing a water exercise. So you must be very intuitive. We're going to be actually doing a water exercise to help ignite our spiritual psychic way. I have personally, water is a big deal with me. So I think it's called a reverse osmosis filter on my tap. And I drink a lot of water. I've had health issues in the past and why not? We're all friends. We know what the kidneys do, right? The kidneys have to filter the water. So I've had in the past some kidney stone problems. And I asked my doctor, does that mean I can't eat spinach? I love spinach. I love eating nuts because these are things that create the kidney stones. And he kind of did one of these. Eat anything you want. Just drink 2 gallons of good water a day. Remember, friends, that's our element. And I'm glad you asked that question, Ripple. Drinking purified water is so very, very important. As someone else was talking about the pineal gland, which is the seat of our third eye and our clairvoyance and so forth. We'll be talking all about that at the Cosmic Renaissance. But if you're not a part of the Cosmic Renaissance, I think those videos will still be available through the CIA. So please, I will get back to you about that next Wednesday and check in with Julia about that. So anyway, friends, we are going to do the spiritual piece of it. I am a very watery person. You might have ascertained that. And I have a great big, heavily accentuated Pisces part of my chart. Can you figure? That's why I'm just in love with the Pisces energy. Dear God, please allow me to serve. Please allow my words be filled with love, with light, with truth, inspiration, and healing. The highest, for the best, as we align ourselves with the Holy Spirit. Amen. Okay. Please let me know. Well, I forgot to give the rules. The rules are you have to be in the room, and please let me know if you want to get a little mini read. And I just close my eyes and let my thumb peruse the people who are able to comment in the comment section. And I'm with Ripple. All right. Hi, Ripple. Okay, Ripple. As I am tuning into your energy tonight, I want to say that you are on a path of discovery about your spiritual gifts. I feel you're already creative. I feel that you're already someone who is deeply spiritual, but you're wanting to magnetize this alignment with the God of your understanding. And you know, this, when I say spiritual, I really truly mean your own personal beliefs, friends. I'm not evangelizing in any straight sort of way. With you, Ripple, I feel like you've been on this path. You've been in a family, you've been in a culture that deeply has reverence for the newness. And what I'm picking up for you is that this conjunction that's taking place on August 12th is going to really resonate within you. And it's going to give you the confidence to practice your own natural spiritual gifts. Whether you take classes or whether you do things solo, it doesn't really matter. It feels that water is a very big element for you. The ocean, the waves, that you just identify with the purity of Mother Earth's water, the ocean, the bloodstream of the earth, which is water, and that you're ready. You're going through this transition of being able to trust your own intuition and work with other people. I feel there's a lot of creativity with you. I'm seeing almost impressionistic art around you, whether you love that or whether you create that. It's like this spirals and spirals of blues and greens and golds, almost like a picture I'm seeing around you. And as we get into the fall of this year, there may be a lot of added demands on your time from friends or family, but you'll still have the ready-made place of template, as it were, that's going to help sustain you, so you won't be off your game, off your spiritual game. And so I leave that with God's blessings. Okay. All right. Thank you, Ripple, for being here. Okay. All right. Karen Thurlow, my finger went to you, Karen. Karen, you here? Oh, thank you for the feedback, Ripple. Okay, beautiful. Karen, you're still with us here? Okay. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you. I came to Karen Furlow. You still in the room, darling? Thurlow. Karen Thurlow. You were here 2 minutes ago. I presume you're still here. So, Karen, all you need to say is, yes, I'm here. Hi, Anita. Thank you for being here. And Eugenia. And Lynn B., so nice to see you. Hope, so nice to see you. And Darlene. And Janie. Okay. Okay, beautiful, Karen. All right, honey. Thank you. All right, Karen, as I'm tuning into your energy, it's almost as if I'm feeling there's this anxiety of wanting to move or shift. And I think it's actual residence. I'm not sure if you've just recently moved or if you're hoping to move. And there's an attachment to where you are right now. But the word I keep on getting is, but we need to move. We need to move. And I'm wanting to say this to you. Where you find your Virgo in your chart. I'm not sure you know your chart. I don't know your chart. I don't know you, and this is an honor to work with you. But where you do find the Virgo, you always are extraordinarily talented at finding solutions for other people. Use that same analytical skill to find what the next step might be for yourself. And you're going to find Psyche, by the way, the asteroid Psyche is in Virgo, friends, right now. So I'm with Karen. Karen, I think the lights are lit up for you with this move by the middle of May. When Jupiter moves into Aries, there's going to be some doorways that are opening for you. At the end, of course, of April, we have the solar eclipse in early Taurus. It's like you're waiting on this information that needs to come relative to where I'm going to be. And when that information comes, you'll get the free pass in order to expand, explore this next move. It's kind of an interesting thing. I'm getting the word chocolate with you. Who doesn't love chocolate? But with you, I'm feeling, I don't know if you make chocolate, you have a chocolate factory. I'm getting the word chocolate. I'm asking Spirit for more information, and it's saying that maybe there's the sweetness of life that you've been denying yourself chocolate. All right. So another message along these lines would be, please give yourself a little bit more sweetness. And there's something about the cocoa plant that is resonating with you. I'm also seeing a lot of small, I'm not sure that they're pebbles or they're stones or there's crystals here, Karen, but there's some beautiful nature's gifts around where you are. Maybe you have an altar with some of these beautiful things from the sea, things from the earth, things from the mountains, and you've got an eye for beauty, an eye for decorating. And again, I'm getting the word feng shui. I'm getting the word rearranging your environment to make it more harmonious for yourself. Okay, so I hope that resonates with you, Karen. And I wish you, again, if you're saying, Cassandra, I'm not moving, that's okay. But there is this big move for you in the middle of May, whether it's moving your awareness or consciousness. All right. Yeah. So feel free to give me some feedback there, Karen. All right. Thank you all for being here tonight. Next week I'll be back, and we'll be talking about probably a little bit of the new moon and connecting it with the quarter moon. And please, again, circle the April 12th. Be kind to yourself. Send out your best and loving attention and intentions to the conflictual areas along this planet, whether it be the floods in Australia, whether it be the war in the Ukraine, whether it be your neighbor next door who's having difficulties. We have more power in ourselves that we ever can give ourselves credit for. And I think that's one of the lessons of the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction. It's reminding us that we can move mountains with our watery nature, our compassion, and our love. Okay, thank you, Karen. I'm glad you got the feedback. Sometimes a little bit of a delay. Love and blessings to you all. And I will repeat your greeting, Ripple. Everyone stay healthy and happy. Sending you love and light. All right. Thank you. Thank you. See you next time.